I suspect this video is going to get a little heated because on this video, I'm going to tackle the issue of so-called autism cures. That's right. Once and for all, we're going to bust, destroy, and smash up all those so-called treatments and cures for autism. Let's go. Welcome back, and thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate you watching. Thanks for stopping by. Just so you're clear, I'm not arguing. I say that all the time to my wife. I'm not arguing. I'm explaining why I'm right. I tell you what I am though. I am all about helping you raise your level of understanding, acceptance, and appreciation of the autistic community. So if that sounds like something you'd be interested in, I'd love it if you consider subscribing to my YouTube channel because you will join the best community on YouTube. Stand by, my friends. It's time to smash, destroy, and myth bust so-called cures for autism. Now, I want to start out with a clear warning. Do not try, use, buy, or consume any of the products or so-called treatments or cures that I bust and destroy in this video. They have no benefit for autistic people and they can be seriously dangerous. The clear intention of this video is to raise awareness and provide a warning about dodgy therapies and products being promoted as cures for autism. Let's be very clear. Autism is not an illness. Autism is not a disease. Autism is a neurological developmental disability. Some might call it a condition. Some refer to it as ASD, using the word disorder or on the spectrum. All I'm saying is at no stage should anyone class it as a disease or an illness. Therefore, it cannot be treated or cured. The first so-called treatment or cure for autism is something called cease therapy. What's a who? Cease therapy is a process known as, and I've written this down because I want to get it right. It's a process known as complete elimination of autistic spectrum expression, or cease therapy for short. Well, aside from a big bag of crap that doesn't do anything but harm your autistic child, let's talk about it. Cease therapy, purportedly and supposedly, involves the removal of toxic imprints caused by vaccines, toxic medications, and other toxic substances, and some diseases. Wowee! You can remove diseases with cease therapy? Wowee! But there's more. How about this? Orthomolecular support. Huh? Orthomolecular support in the form of nutritional supplements. Oh, okay. So it's not really orthomolecular support. It's basically just saying you guys should have supplements and vitamins, right? So supplements and vitamins, orthomolecular supports are recommended. Commonly, high doses of vitamin C and zinc. Now, I take vitamins and supplements. That's cool. I don't take them to treat or cure my autism. But let me tell you, if I have too much vitamin C, I ain't getting out of the toilet for a few days. Are you hearing me? In addition to the supplements and vitamins is dietary restrictions. Your personal views around vitamins and supplements and diets is yours. And we're actually going to talk about the use of specific diets to treat or cure autism soon. But there is zero scientific, medical, or any other credibility to any part of cease therapy for what it's purporting to do, which is treat or cure autism. Further, overdosing what probably in most cases is your autistic child on supplements or vitamins or restrictive diets can and probably will cause lifelong damage. Overdosing your kid on vitamin C, aside from giving them the runs or the trots or whatever you want to call it, is not going to help them as an autistic child. It might beat scurvy, but unless they're a pirate and they lived 200 years ago, I don't think that's an issue. Now, parents of autistic kids, all they want is the best for their kids, right? We all want that. And clearly, your life can be disabled to certain degrees because of being different. But don't you think that's concerning? It's concerning because it's targeted at the parents of autistic kids, and these autistic kids are therefore being put through these practices, which are completely lacking of any credibility are absolutely not able to do what they purport to do. Yet we're putting kids through this on the premise of curing their child of autism. You cannot cure the incurable. The next so-called treatment or cure for autism surrounds the product bleach. That's right, bleach. Warning, and I want to be very clear, consuming industrial poisons of any kind is deadly. Do not, repeat, do not consume industrial poisons. Do not consume bleach. Bottom line is, some have marketed the use of bleach type products as a potential treatment or cure for autism. Seriously, this actually happened. A product called MMS, or Miracle Mineral Solution, has actually been sold as an oral supplement. MMS is a 28% sodium chlorite solution, which is the equivalent to industrial strength bleach. A product, by the way, banned for human consumption. It's banned for human consumption, but it can be marketed to parents of autistic kids as a cure or treatment. It's not. Just a small amount, even a trace amount, can cause severe nausea, vomiting, diarrhea, which potentially leads to dehydration and reduced blood pressure. That's just a small trace amount. Do not consume MMS. Do not consume CDS, chlorine sodium solution. Do not consume bleach. It does not treat nor cure autism, because apart from it's a deadly poison, you can't treat or cure autism. Now, we've talked about some pretty nuts, pretty crazy, pretty unfounded and ridiculous promises to treat or cure autism, promising to cure the incurable. But this one just about takes the cake. Now, I don't even know how to say this right. Let's just go with GCMAF. In essence, GCMAF has been marketed as a cure for autism via an injection made from blood cells. This is one of the weirder ones I've heard of. You can't treat and cure the incurable, okay? But the idea that you can inject someone with a product made up of blood cells, I don't know what, plasma? I don't know. I don't know what, seriously, it's horrifying. It's not going to do what it says, not to mention the potential risks and contamination risks and what else is in there and who's making it. No. Like, what are you, Dracula? Blah, blah, blah. I don't say blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. I reckon you're going to love this one. Another so-called treatment or cure for autism is camel's milk. That's right. Raw camel's milk has been marketed as a treatment or cure for autism. It's not. What? It's, you know what? Let's just move on. Good grief. From camel's milk to essential oils. That's right. Essential oils. They obviously are pretty essential then, huh? They can treat or cure autism. No, essential oils cannot cure autism. In fact, essential oils can't even help my autistic son go to sleep. Trust me, I sprayed an entire can of lavender spray in his room and he didn't sleep for weeks. This next so-called treatment or cure for autism is close to my heart. Special diets. Another purported way to treat or cure autism is via implementing special diets, including gluten-free diets. What's interesting is my wife has celiac disease. That means my wife cannot eat gluten, cannot consume wheat. She's not gluten intolerant. She has celiac disease. Stay with me. She can't consume gluten or wheat. Therefore, she must adhere to a strict gluten-free diet, a purported treatment or cure for autism. My wife gave birth to an autistic son while strictly adhering to a gluten-free diet. She also gave birth to a neurotypical son while strictly adhering to a gluten-free diet. What happened there? You can't treat or cure autism by going on a diet. I mean, next! I'm about as claustrophobic as they come, so I'm never going to try this one. Thankfully, it doesn't work though. This one is interesting. Okay, you want to treat or cure autism? No worries. How about you undergo hyperbaric oxygen chamber therapy? Huh? Yes, this is really a thing. It has been suggested that autism can be treated or cured by an oxygen treatment in a pressurized chamber, locking yourself in a hyperbaric oxygen chamber for oxygen therapy not only sounds terrifying, but it's not going to cure or treat the autism. We're talking about autistic people here. We're not divers that got a bad case of the bends, which isn't what you get from too much vitamin C. It's like when you come up too quick. And you know what I'm saying? Please do not try, use, buy, consume any of the products or so-called treatments or cures that I've talked about in this video. The only intention was to prove they are not only ridiculous, dangerous, but completely unhelpful. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If the video resonated with you, please share it with your family and friends so we can reach more people. Until my next video, thanks for your support. I appreciate it. We'll talk soon.